St. Paul Youth Families, if you missed our meeting last night, we did a big youth family forum last night. We had a whole lot of fun. We played a Kahoot game, gave away prizes, Amazon gift cards, seriously. So, but you missed more than just that. There's a lot of information I wanted to go over with everybody, and I was really bummed at the end of the meeting. I noticed that I had forgotten to hit record. So this is a quick overview of what we went through last night and an opportunity for you to just get to know more information about youth ministry here at St. Paul. So the first thing that you need to know is we have a St. Paul app. Search St. Paul Weston on the app stores and download it to your phone. It will be very helpful to you. Most all the links and information that you need and will need throughout the year as we talk about youth ministry is right on the app. So here's a quick tutorial on how the app works and what's actually in the app so that you can use that on your own phone. The first thing I want to share with you is on the bottom of this page, there's a check-in button right in the middle. If you click on the check-in button, it will show you different places where you can check in, both for worship and youth and Sunday school even for the kids and preschool if you're a preschool family. So if you click on youth check-in, it will pull up a really quick form that will allow you to put your name, the date, and what it is you're checking into. For example, if you're coming to Spirit Night, then you can select Spirit Night, Wednesday Spirit Night. Or if you're here for Youth Sunday School or Middle School Teen Night or High School Activity or Service Project or an other, like the Youth Family Forum meeting was an other. If you're watching this video, a recap of the Youth Family Forum, go ahead and click other. And then you can add the date that you watched it and your name, and you can check in that way. One of the cool things that we're going to do with the check-ins is at the end of each month, I'll take all of the check-ins that have occurred for youth ministry, and we'll give away a prize. So we'll pull a name out of the hat, and somebody who has checked in that month will win a prize. So that'll be kind of fun. The next thing on our app is the top left. If you haven't already, go to the settings tab and go to notifications. Here you'll see all the notifications that we have available, and so make sure that you have the youth ministry tab one checked. This is an opportunity to get push notifications when we need to send you information quickly about activities and events happening at St. Paul. The next button is the top right button, which is the messages button. And the messages button will show the different conversations that you're a part of. This is a group chat feature right on our app. So if you don't have anything in your conversations, go to Discover, and you'll probably see there the high school youth messages and the middle school youth messages. And so you can discover those, be a part of those, join those. That's an opportunity for you to connect directly with me and other youth at St. Paul. All right, let's go to our youth page on the app. So you click on Get Involved, go to Youth Ministry, and here you'll see 10 different options right now on what you can be a part of. The Youth Ministry tab at the top left is just some basic information. You want to check that out. Then there's a Youth Info form. If you haven't filled out this Youth Info form ever, please do that. That gives us some information on how to connect with you and contact you. That's super helpful. If you haven't filled out a medical form, go ahead and click on that and click New Medical Form. If you have clicked out a medical form in the past, you can select to edit, and you can log back in. And if you can't remember your password, there's a button there. It'll help send information on how to do that. So the cool thing about the medical form is that you can go back and edit medical forms if something changes without having to refill out everything new in the medical form. Here's another link to the youth check-in, same as the other check-in from before, just another place to find it here on the app. If you're 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, this will give you a link to go to the confirmation registration form. You can choose to pay in cash by this payment selection, or you can pay $30 and do it right with a credit card right here through a link to the app. There's a youth calendar that's available in a PDF format. There's also an interactive youth calendar. The interactive youth calendar is pretty cool because what it provides for you is an opportunity to actually link to things. So if you're coming to Sunday school on this Sunday, we're doing Sunday school at 9:45 on the 30th. You click on that, you can actually see the Zoom link right there and be able to access that. Same with Spirit Night. If you're coming to Spirit Night next Wednesday, the 2nd, you can click on that. I'll give you the Zoom link for high schoolers to come to Spirit Night. Or the middle school teen night. It gives you the link right there to know where to join. And so you can see all those different activities and find out more information about those in the app. If you want to be connected through Reminds, we do Remind updates as well. The Youth Family Forum is a link to the meeting from last night. I'll take that off, but then the Game Buzzer is kind of a fun one. We use the Game Buzzer for different events online, playing games and buzzing in and interacting with each other, and so that's a way to use the app too. And then if you haven't done anything with the app at all, the other big important thing is to click on the directory, and you can access the directory for St. Paul, and more importantly, you can even access your own information by clicking on My Profile, and then that will give you a chance to edit the information. You'll have to log in first before you do that. There's some opportunities to log in, and you'll just enter your email. If for some reason the login doesn't work, let us know. We'll make sure that it's working in the Breeze database here at church, and that way you'll be able to log in. There's a whole bunch more there on the app to discover, but that's some basic stuff for you, and appreciate you loading that. Oh, hey, the other big thing is on the worship. Here you can see bulletins for the weekend, and you can also see here the upcoming worship service and the worship services from the past, or you can go to the worship services itself and see all of them going all the way back to Monday, Thursday. So that's kind of cool. You can also sign up here on the app for worship itself. So there you go. A whole bunch of helpful things on the app, St. Paul Weston, and search that on the Apple Store and the Google Play Store. Okay, so to go through the other important information really quickly, the first thing that we talked about was, why do we do what we do? And really, we do youth ministry at St. Paul to connect youth with their families and with God. And so we want to create a safe Christian environment for youth to live and to serve other people. We want to create opportunities for youth to learn how to serve other people, and we want to help families connect with each other for faith-growing opportunities, so that those parents can pass on faith to their kids by interacting and sharing faith, shared experiences. Our middle school is kind of synonymous with confirmation, and so that's 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. And so those the activities that are for them would be 6th grade confirmation, which is a little different this year. We're going to attempt to do this socially distanced in the sanctuary starting on the 9th of September. A 6th grader with at least one parent will gather in the sanctuary, spaced out from any other families, and Pastor Scott and myself will teach Old Testament, New Testament over 8 weeks in September and October, starting on the 9th. 7th grade is going to be the 10 Commandments. We're going to do that on Zoom unless Broward schools go back before we start meeting. That's kind of our overall litmus test on when to start meeting together. When Broward schools say we're going back to school, then we're going to start doing things in person instead of on Zoom. But through this fall, we have things scheduled on Zoom. 8th, except for 6th grade confirmation. 8th grade confirmation will start in January. Hopefully we'll be in person, and we'll go over Apostles' Creed, Baptism, Communion, Office of the Keys, and also we have a confirmation retreat for those 8th graders, and we're working on the date with the camp right now just because of their schedules, but either January or February of 2021. We have teen nights typically the first Friday of every month, and for this fall, our teen nights will be on Zoom, and we'll gather, and so you can see those on the calendar from the app, and you can even be a part of that. Sunday school meets for both middle school and high schoolers at 9:45 a.m. The kids' Christmas program, the kids' choir, encourage you to be a part of that. We're going to do that with Miss Sydney, Miss Irene again, but we're going to do it pre-recorded in a way that doesn't cause us to not be socially distant this fall. Stations of the Cross next spring, we hope to do that at Peace Mountain Park with middle schoolers and confirmands. And then confirmands are always, and middle schoolers are always invited to help out with worship. It's a little different right now, just because we have some different practices in worship to stay distant. But once we start, not having to do that, we'll do crucifers again. You could be help with audiovisual. You could do that now. You can help with bells and choir in the future. So just be aware of that. High school, our biggest thing for high school is our Spirit Nights on Wednesday nights. Almost every Wednesday throughout the year, except if Christmas is on a Wednesday or Thanksgiving worship. And so know that 7:30 to 9 o'clock typically. This fall, because we're meeting on Zoom, it's just 7:30 to 8. And we'll be gathering for Zoom meetings now. We have some pretty cool guest devotion leaders coming up, including Wesley Wright and Daniel Martinez and Pastor Tim and Billy Brath and Sydney Hartner and Pastor Scott are all going to be part of, and some other people too, our devotion leading this fall. So don't miss out on Wednesday night Zooms for Spirit Night. And we'll start meeting again on Spirit Night in person again when Broward schools go back to school in person. We're hoping to have our first in-person, if that doesn't happen before then, our Christmas party, we're hoping to do in person in December. And otherwise, we meet Sunday school as well, 9:45 for youth Sunday school. You can help out with worship. And a couple other things for high schoolers. We are planning on going to South Dakota for a Spoke Folk tour the end of July. So be looking for information on registration for that. And we'll have 3 fundraisers, the Trivia Night, Resurrection Run, and the Car Wash. Our plan is to do the Trivia Night via Zoom and live stream, just because we can't really guarantee we can pack people into the sanctuary right now. And so we'll send out information about that. But it'll be kind of cool because you can choose to put a team together that might meet physically in your house, or you can put a team together that would meet via Zoom, and we're going to host that. And we can put you into your rooms for that. So a breakout room with just your team. That'd be pretty cool. Also means that you can invite people from far away to be on your team for trivia. There's some combined youth activities, which include congregation-wide events, blessing of the animals. We're doing a trunk or treat this year instead of a fall fest, so be looking for information on that. We're also doing a live nativity in December, so be looking for information on that. And then Easter egg hunt like we've done in the past. Hopefully we'll be able to do that. We do service projects on Saturday mornings. We'll do that throughout the year. Again, once we're able to do that in person, we'll go to LifeNet for Families on a Saturday morning, so be looking for that information and opportunities. And then Vacation Bible School, we'll do Rocky Railway, June 14 to 18, 2021. Plan to do that in person. Hopefully we'll be able to do that. A couple big things. Again, fill out the medical form on the app. And if you filled it out in the past, you can log in and review it to make sure everything's up to date. If you have that on file, then you don't have to think about it when we go somewhere, and that just helps in case of an emergency. Also, I always have 2 rules whenever we do anything as a youth group. One is to respect God, respect yourself, respect others, the leaders, the place where we're going, or the place here at church. And so that kind of is an all-encompassing rule of respect and how we live our life. But then also to have fun. One of the reasons why we do what we do is so that we can have fun together. So be aware of that. That's one of my goals. But one of my pet peeves is the second commandment. When people break that, they don't even think about it. They're using God's name in vain. And they might be saying something and talking and just say it. And they're not really talking to God. But God says, use my name, call on my name, call me, I'll be there for you. And so often people just call on him and then ignore him. And I think that's wrong. So I might correct you on that. I probably will correct you on that. So work on that. Don't abuse that opportunity to call on God's name. Friends are always welcome to anything we do, with the exception of confirmation classes. However, if a friend wants to be a part of and go through confirmation, sign them up. They can come and be a part of it. And we don't want to exclude them. It's just a little awkward if somebody were to bring a friend halfway through a confirmation class to hang out. It's not really the hangout time. It's kind of a learning time. So aside of confirmation classes, bring a friend anytime you want to any of our activities, whether it's online or in person this year. If you're ever writing a check, you can make it out to St. Paul Weston or St. Paul Lutheran Church. And make sure if we have deadlines for stuff, try to sign up by the deadline. It really helps us in our planning, especially for going somewhere we need drivers. Speaking of which, chaperones and leaders, we always can use parents' help. So when we send out information for a sign up, there will be opportunity for you to sign up and help if you can. Or there might be some specific things like the trivia night where we need volunteers of all ages, youth and adults. And so be looking for those emails and push notifications on the app, because we'll give you an opportunity to sign up and be a part of those events. I think that's a basic overview of everything we covered in just about 15, 20 minutes or so here. And again, missed out on some of the prize giveaways, but you can always be a part of that if you come to events and check in. At the end of each month, we'll do a pull a name out of the hat for everybody that's checked in the last month and give away a prize, scholarship to an event, or Amazon gift cards. Those are always fun. So thanks again, and don't forget to fill out the youth information form, the medical form, and you can even check in for this event. You can call this the Family Forum youth family forum that you might have missed last night. But if you're watching it now, this is a chance you could check in on the app for this too and throw your name in the hat for a prize at the end of the month. Blessings, everybody. Look forward to connecting with you in person and online this year in youth ministry.